All right, let me explain this section of the website real quick, just so you kind of understand what we're trying to do here. If you'll notice above and then below, there's going to be some additional content. The idea and in the placeholder of this particular video for every lesson going forward will be some additional content or some content that supports the lesson above. For example, we might cover a particular method or a particular topic. And then because that topic is going to be a little bit sort of a, kind of a 10,000 feet view, I may include in this particular section something from my social media where we're actually putting that particular principle in place. Or it can be basically a slot for if we combine two different concepts. So an example of that would be, taking the cash flow quadrant, for example, and paying yourself first. And so if we are paying ourselves first and we're using that principle, what are we doing that? How does that relate to sort of the cash flow quadrant? So just kind of give you an example that may not necessarily make sense to you now, but it will make sense to you in the future. In addition, this section is also about giving you some extra information to help you do potentially a homework assignment or just connect with other people that I've come across personally in my journey of building wealth. So I may be connecting you with a book that is kind of expands on the topic that we covered, or it might be me actually even connecting you to someone completely different that teaches another particular course. Now, in full disclosure, some of those courses could be paid, some of those aren't. It just kind of depends. Over my course of journey of, let's say, the last 10 years or 5 years, whatever, of building financial wealth, I've bought tremendous amount of courses, went to seminars, books, all those types of things. I'm not saying or not recommending you particular go and have to go sign up with these particular people or those particular courses or anything. I'm just introducing to the people that assisted me. Of course, there's going to be other people that are out there that maybe offer something free or something similar. I'm just introducing to what I think is going to be the best in the industry at what they're doing. So as an example of that, if we're talking about fix and flipping a property or wholesale, I might connect you with someone and say, hey, here's a YouTube channel for someone who's doing wholesaling. And out of those people, this is why I've found that seems to be pretty trustworthy and I've gotten a lot of good information from. If it's about fix or flip, I might connect you with someone like Brandon Turner or into his website. And he has a whole community. And they do tons of real estate investing and they have tons of products and do tons of things, but there's a lot of free content as well. So again, the idea here is just to provide you additional resources. Remember, the 13th grade is a 10,000 level course, right? Foot course. The idea here is that we are giving you kind of the blueprint or the framework of how all these different things go together. This is not a course to teach you drop shipping. This is not a course to teach you how to fix and flip real estate or how to day trade. It's none of those things. Well, each one of those things can be actually a very good resource or a good opportunity for you to earn an income. What I'm more interested in discussing with you during this course is why you might choose one of those or over another, or what do you do when you get the proceeds from that? If you do one of those, what are the tax implications as far as how that income is generated? And could there potentially be something a little bit maybe less of a risk or something that is maybe a higher upside or potentially that maybe has the exact same upside, but there's a huge tax benefit if you go with one versus another? More importantly, the point of the course is that you start thinking about not just how do I make money, but how I make money as it relates to building credit, financial freedom, being able to travel, reach whatever you decide to do with once you become successful, and then earning income with the idea of taxes in mind. So again, I don't want this to be a whole video, but the idea here is this entire section and the information above might be a podcast, books, might be an attachment, something to help you with the lesson we just covered. And then below or in this particular area will be additional information that supports the information that we just covered. It could be a short little clip again of 60 seconds, 3 minutes, could be another 10-minute clip. And then of course below that will be your next lesson. And I'll just note to you, while we do have in the top of this, of every single lesson, a link directly to all the videos, you'll hear me say this again and again and again. I highly, highly recommend you don't click on that, get access to all the videos, and then just start jumping around. all of the videos are made to be kind of consumed in order and they all build off one another. It really doesn't make sense for you to jump to, like, say, lesson 22 if you haven't gone through 2 or 3, 4. It's just not necessarily going to make a lot of sense. And again, things aren't building on itself. So be patient, pace yourself, take the lessons as they come along, however long it takes, whether you do 1 a week, 1 a day, 3 a day, it doesn't really matter. And I would even say to you that as we cover some of these principles, leave us, go actually to the places we recommend and go watch maybe some of what they're doing to kind of get an idea and then come back and pick us up. The idea is here is you're going to get some information from us. You're going to go over here. You're going to come back, get some information from us, go to here. But at the end of it, you will 100% know how to create generational wealth, how to move from nothing to something in a very short period of time. And ultimately, you're just going to have the lasting sort of decision of, do you actually want to go do it? Because while the process there is not very necessarily complicated, the steps and your ability to kind of live a particular lifestyle or to do what you need to do to reach that can be very difficult. And of course, you're going to have the decision of which path do you want to go. Dave Ramsey method, Grant Cardone method. Do you want to make money in this particular way, that particular way? Is a W-2 job better for you? Is self-employment better for you? All of those ramifications, we'll cover them in the course, but that's the point. So, and of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, the idea here is that this is a community that you're supposed to be finding like-minded people. You can always reach out to me. We are going to be doing or are doing weekly masterminds, so you can ask questions there. So feel free, reach out. Don't be shy. Even if you think you're kind of junior, maybe people are higher than you. Even if you think like, oh, I can't reach out to Elliot because he's like, he's all the way up here, and I'm just getting started. I don't want to ask a stupid question. Please, please, please ask stupid questions. It's the only way you're going to learn. I can't tell you how many times I've reached out, felt stupid, asked dumb questions early on in my journey, and I'm glad I did because it got me to where I am today.